Hello everyone, welcome back to more AEW on TEW2020. We are here in the second week of October on the road towards Full Gear, and we start off with our long episodes of Dark, as Andrew Everett defeats Kip Sabian in just over 4 minutes with a quick roll-up. Andrew Everett, later on today, will have a match for the IWGP US Championship, so he wanted to get through this match pretty quick, and he does. After this, Jordan Grace and Julia Hart defeat Raven Creed and Utami Hayashishita when Jordan Grace pins Raven Creed with a fall from Grace. Julia Hart, the weak link, not really too much of a surprise. Right after the match, Utami rushes into the ring and immediately annihilates Jordan Grace and Julia Hart with strong moves, and Scott Steiner even rushes into the ring trying to stop Utami, but Utami puts him down with a strong belly-to-back suplex. Tommy then picks up Julia Hart and hits her with an air raid crash before Devon Dudley comes down and calls for them to leave the ring, which Utami and Raven Creed do. This mysterious cult doing quite well for themselves. Even in defeat, Utami still looks like a monster, still planting Julia Hart with a massive move. So, we'll see how things go. Then Nat Murphy gets a surprise win over Donovan Dijak, the steel head kick. Dijak is pissed after his match and goes right after to fight Nat Murphy, but Dallas Mantello rushes in to intercept the revenge attack, but that leaves Nat Murphy distracted enough for Brian Pillman Jr. to slide into the ring behind him and hits him with a chair. As Murphy's on the ground, Pillman gets the steel chair set up around Nat Murphy's right knee, I'm thinking, and then, stomps on it, Pillmanizes him, and Murphy is rolling around in pain. BPJ, Donovan Dijak, they leave. Scott Steiner, nowhere to be found because he's got suplexed by a girl. Which, no problems with that, but, his entire team got screwed up too. After this, Britt Baker, DMD, and Cynthia Regal defeat Kylan King and Kenzie Page. When Britt Baker submits Kenzie Page with the lockjaw, Britt Baker carrying in terms of performance, not really a surprise there. Isaiah Cassidy then defeats Fred Yehi. And afterwards, Shawn Spears gets the face with Cassidy. Tully calls him off. Spears glares at Tully before shoving Cassidy and then hitting him with one of his finishers. Tully quickly gets in the ring and begins talking with Spears about, how he just blatantly disobeyed orders as Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Tony Deppen enter the ring. Davey Boy and Deppen take turns hitting Spears with their own finishers before they leave with Yehi and Tully. Shawn Spears is out of Team Tully. Tony Deppen is in. Shawn Spears is awful. I've done everything. I've done so much to try to get him over, and it's just nothing's worked. So he's out of Team Tully. Tully, he notices, hey, Spears, you're useless. Tony Deppen now joining. After this, Anna Jay and Tay Conti get a bit of a surprise win. Tay submits Tenille Dashwood with a cross armbar. Then Ricky Starks and Ray Phoenix with an amazing match, one of our best. They have great chemistry. I'll have to remember that for the future. Ricky Starks gets a surprise win over Phoenix. Then Hans Katana defeats Patricia Faber. They charged forearm. Get Hams over a little bit more. And then, in our main event of Dark, the Zombieland saga of Maki and Abaddon lose to Mayu Iwatani and Riho in the longest match on Dark ever, 19 minutes long. Mayu pins Abaddon after hitting a diving double foot stomp. Abaddon the weak link, but still not bad at a 42. Maki very close to Mayu. Lots because Maki has a ton of support around her, and I really need to do more with her and her feud against the Rose Garden. But that finished it off. But you can see we're not finishing the show yet, as Maki is very, very obviously distressed by this, and she's crying in the ring. Riho and Mayu come up to her, compliment her and Abaddon on their performances, and while that's happening, Chris Brooks also comes to the ring and consoles Maki. Chris Brooks, he was part of the Ito Respect Army. He was while they were in DDT, I believe. That was that one. There's also Mizuki in Tokyo Joshi Pro, which I might consider grabbing. Not quite yet, but Chris Brooks, awful gimmick. But he's there to help his buddy Maki as we get a 67 performance. Moving on to our Dynamite, we start off with our IWGP United States title as Taichi picks up another defense when he beats Andrew Everett in just over 11 minutes. As Taichi leaves the ring and leaves the arena, Jeff Hardy comes to the ring with a mic. Talks about how he's worried that this weird cult has stolen his and Matt's home, that he wants Sting's help in order to help reclaim it. Sting agrees to help Jeff out, even if it means holding off the program against each other. So, possibly even thinking, hey, maybe instead of a program against each other, program with each other, because there is that weird cult that says that their ritual will be complete today. We'll find out what that is. But first, we have a vignette introducing one of the new members of the Nightmare family, Jimmy Shane. It goes over his run in Ohio Championship Wrestling, where he held the OCW Heritage Championship for 1,029 days before winning the OCW Heavyweight Championship 3 separate times, totaling over 500 days with that belt as well. The undisputed king of OCW, Jimmy Shane, has been personally brought in by Cody Rhodes in order to shine a light on him and to just see how good, no shame, Jimmy Shane really is. Jimmy, again, mentioned this before, I do know him, again, not like face-to-face, but, Discord friend. Real wrestler. These are actual things. Technically, it'd be around this time, real life, coming into October, that 500 would be close. If it isn't exact, we can just because he won the 3rd time back in May, he said. So, yeah, late May. So, we can just say, push that even maybe a little bit earlier if need be. Alternate universe and all that. But Jimmy Shane on Dynamite, as a member of the Nightmare family. I will try to do introductions to all the members of the new Nightmare family, even the ones that are regens, as in Lucas Fenrir and Lavender Sky, and just make something up with them. Jimmy Shane picks up a surprise win as he defeats Carlito by pinfall. Just clean as a whistle, Jimmy Shane beats Carlito, the NWA television champion, North American champion? He's a double champion in NWA. After this, we cut once more to the Hardy compound and the Lake of Reincarnation as Rosemary stands in front of it with only Utami Hayashishida and Joey Janela beside her. Just the time has finally arrived. For too long we have been waiting for this to happen. For far too long we have been waiting for the opportunity. All of us within our order have been ignored by the masses. All of us have been told that we are washed up, too old, not welcome in America, or just bad in the ring. But now, we shall show the world that we are more than just a collection of random people, that our order is truly one that will rise to the top of the wrestling world. We are masters of the world, and we even have power over life and death. Now commence the ritual, Joey. Joey Janela nods. He takes a few steps into the lake, maybe like up to his knees, before tossing a can of Monster Rehab into the lake. Which, you might have been able to guess this before, but it's our debut of Adam Cole. As a few seconds pass before Adam Cole bursts out of the water, holding the can of Monster Rehab, same flavor as he was killed in, as the one that he was poisoned in BTE 53, I think it was. He steps up to the camera while smiling at it. He says, "You thought I was dead, Kenny? Well, you're right. I did die. But now I'm back and better than ever. See, Rosemary and this Lake of Reincarnation have brought me the power that you won't believe. I'm going to get my revenge on you. You killed me, damn it. Now I'm going to kill your promotion. My followers aren't ever going to give up on my revenge on you and your elite bastards." Definitely not someone who I think you would expect to be the cult leader. You'd think maybe like a Bray Wyatt, who we actually did have a chance to sign very early on. But decided he wasn't really an AEW guy. Adam Cole brought him in, and again, it fits in. Adam Cole, he's dead in BTE canon. Got poisoned. So again, so did Rick Knox, I believe, and there's no explanation for why Rick Knox is alive, but here we get an explanation for why Adam Cole is back, and he is the risen one of the Cult of Cole, which I had to not have as named the Cult of Cole for a while because I didn't want to spoil that it was Adam Cole, who, again, maybe someone that with some of my writing, made it a little bit predictable, but, you know. I think I will enjoy having Adam Cole as one of the futures of this company, even if he is a cult leader. Then we continue on the Face of the Revolution qualifier tournament as Jonathan Gresham, almost an upset victory over El Hijo del Vikingo with an octopus stretch, as Daga runs in to attack Vikingo. Not a clean win per se, but still big win for Gresham. Surprise loss for Vikingo, who are very much protected. Daga waits by ringside until the match ends before he slides in, ready to continue to beat down Vikingo. Gresham takes exception to this, and he locks Daga into a submission. However, everything just goes to hell when Gresham is taken out by Pillman, who attacks him with a chair, which then Pillman is attacked by Ricochet, probably doing like a springboard drop kick. He's then interrupted by Garza Jr., who attacks Ricochet, and then that's finished off by Takahashi attacking Garza. Then probably like Pillman comes up behind Takahashi, another chair hit, before Heyman and a bunch of security members, a bunch of backstage people just rush out. They come to the ring, they drag everyone off. Heyman is very, very angry at everything that's gone on. But, good rated segment, and one of my patented, it's not patented a lot, I do this a lot though, where we just have everything goes to hell, people fight everyone. And afterwards we have a interview with Fergal Devitt being interviewed by Renee about the implications of Pac's announcement last week. He says the implications are simple, Renee. This means I'm #1 contender now, so long as I go before full gear. So, should he be ready? I'm ready to take on Kota as soon as next week for the title. It's been 7 years since I've last met Kota in the ring, and I'm ready for that drought to end. In that time, we've both become even better, and I'm ready to steal the show and steal that title from you as soon as you're ready, Kota. So, I actually have this planned for 2 weeks out. Probably next week I'll have Kota be like, hey, let's do this next week, because we'll see later on the show. The 4th week of October we're going to do as a Halloween Havoc, so special dynamites and all that. Then, I finally pay off on this, something that I was meant to do a few weeks ago, I think, but 6-man tag, Ramy Sabay and the Jurassic Express defeat the Inner Circle. Ramy Sabay pins Jake Hager. Sammy Guevara actually leads in performance. Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed by Sami Zayn's performance, Ramy Sabay's performance. 77, it's still very good, but it's the 3rd highest in this match, only barely above Ace Austin. Sabay is, I believe, our 3rd most popular person. The only reason he's not a major star is because of momentum, but that should be up pretty soon. He's still a normal star right now. He's got like 72 pop all across America. He's really good, but a bit disappointing but not disappointing by this rating at all. After this, we cut to the Vision and Jake Roberts in a surprisingly peaceful-looking studio for Lance Archer. It says AEW is supposed to be meant for its tag division. It's supposed to be renowned for its tag division. Yet we haven't seen the tag champions since the last pay-per-view. Hell, we haven't had a tag match in weeks. We're no better than some other companies if we continue to neglect this division. So I'm officially putting out a challenge. We have our own vision of holding these belts for years to come, but it's meaningless if we have no prestige with it. Next week and every week after that, we'll be holding open challenges to anyone who would agree to it. You'll all be destroyed by the Murderhawk monster, Lance Archer, and be brought to the truth of your weaknesses by Matt Seidel. You'll always be ready for anyone. Probably a really bad Jake Roberts impression, but whatever. Not known for my voice acting, but still, Jake Roberts really, this is true. I haven't booked the tag division in a while on Dynamite. It's something I need to work on, but Jake Roberts offering open challenges. I need to get more title matches on Dynamites. AEW does it quite a bit. Can't just save them all for pay-per-views. So, yeah. After this, Chris Jericho defeats Eddie Kingston, and actually gets outscored by Eddie Kingston. We also had MJF on commentary, and afterwards, MJF leaves the commentary desk to come to the ring with a mic in hand, and he says, I'm still not all that impressed by your wins here, Chris. They're all weak and against people who are either as old as you or were never really top-of-the-line wrestlers. So, I don't know what you're trying to prove. You can do whatever you want, sure, but that's not going to save you from the absolute humiliation that I'm going to bring to you come full gear. See, little birdie told me that in 2 weeks' time we're having a Halloween Havoc special Dynamite. How exciting! So, to commemorate the event, we're going to really put on something that will scare all the fans. We're gonna let you talk. I'm proposing a parlay between the Inner Circle and the VIPs Club to establish the dominance of each faction and to provide the rules for our match against each other at the pay-per-view. So yes, Halloween Havoc. Another special Dynamite. Haven't done one in a decent bit. Don't think I'll defend all the titles at that. But we will have World Title. That'll be going there. We'll have this segment going on. I can definitely find some other matches for that. Maybe fitting in with that, we could do Adam Cole's in-ring debut at Halloween Havoc, considering that he is a zombie at this point, wrestling. So, yeah, Halloween Havoc in 2 weeks. After this, we have Taz on the screen with a pre-recorded message with his entire team, including Hook. He says, "You know what, Angle? Things have been stagnant for far too long. Since the Briscoes joined, you've been hiding from me. You're scared of me, Kurt, just like you were 21 years ago. So we're finally putting this to rest at full gear, no matter what. Briscoes against FTR, Brian Cage against Chucky Betts, Ricky Starks against Zack Sabre Jr., 3 matches, none of which your guys are gonna win. Plus, I'm gonna be showing my dominance not only over you, but the whole wrestling world. I still got Joe, I still got Jeff freaking Cobb, all ready to go and ready to whoop some ass just beyond yours. We got titles to win, Kurt, while you got nothing." So yeah, Taz really wants to end that long feud with Kurt Angle that we've been running for about a year, and it seems like it's gone nowhere. And we debut Hook, the son of Taz, and it's extremely marketable. The best thing ever. I love the marketability gimmicks. And to finish off our show, Kana defeats Big Swole in, it's supposed to be a 20-minute time limit, but whatever. So beats Big Swole by submission with the Kanagan, makes defense number 6 of the women's title, averaging just under a defense per month. And Kana with a 90, Big Swole 44. Kana's going to win for a long time. And we end with a 76. Now, so right here, the show didn't result in popularity changes. I did a little bit of finagling. So I temporarily boosted my size up to the next one up so I could get another show, because right now, AEW real life 4 shows, kind of ridiculous. And broadcasters won't let you have 4 shows if you're only medium size. I boosted up. I have Dark Elevation. I'm not going to be counting anything in Dark Elevation as canon. I'm just basically going to use it for building up young people's experience, checking out chemistries between people who I can't do house shows with. It's not going to matter for, it's not going to apply to any of this. Just, it's a B show, not going to really boost any popularity. It's really only going to be experience. It's going to be tag chemistry mostly, finding more tag teams, because I need more tag teams to neglect, but still. So yeah, and then probably by time that the shock phase is the one where you don't get any pop. By the time of the next phase, or by the time that the other one is, the one where we went down in size, probably by that time we'd be ready for Rampage to go up, so that'll be, again, it'll be a while until then. It's 6 months, so probably after Double or Nothing 2022, I'd launch Rampage. That seems like it'd be a reasonable amount of time, but that's neither here nor there. But a good show of Dynamite from our classic RP Funding Center in front of 7,657 people. Good show all around, lots of 77s right in a row, and we'll be ready for our next building show to Halloween Havoc.